The living dramatization of Leonardo da Vinci's The Last Supper is a recreation of da Vinci's world-famous painting with 13 characters. Though he excelled in many fields, he is remembered today because of two wonderful paintings, the Mona Lisa and The Last Supper. In 1494, when Leonardo was 42, he was commissioned by the Duke of Milan to decorate the dining room of the Covenant Church, which was the favorite shrine of the Duke's young bride. As an appropriate theme for this dining room, the painter chose The Last Supper. His painting was not intended to be a faithful reproduction of the original scene as it had taken place in the first century Palestine, but as it might have taken place in 15th century Italy. He chose what he considered the most dramatic moment of the Last Supper. In the living dramatization, the 12 apostles speak their minds to themselves, to each other, and to the Lord in light of the words which they have just heard Jesus speak. One of you will betray me.
On the first day of unleavened bread, when the Passover lamb was sacrificed, his disciples said to him, "Where do you want us to go and make the preparations for you to eat the Passover?" So he sent two of his disciples, saying to them, "Go into the city, and a man carrying a jar of water will meet you. Follow him. And wherever he enters, say to the owner of the house, 'The teacher asks, where is my guest room, where I may eat the Passover with my disciples?' He will show you a large room upstairs, furnished and ready. Make preparations for us there." So the disciples set out and went to the city and found everything as he had told them, and they prepared the Passover meal. When it was evening, he came with the 12. And when they had taken their places and were eating, Jesus said, "Truly I tell you, one of you will betray me, one who is eating with me." They began to be distressed and said to him, one after another, "Surely not I."
The disciples were assembled in the upper room. They didn't know that Jesus would be leaving very soon. They talked about his kingdom as they read it for the feast. Who would be the greatest? Who would be the least? One said, if there's a greatest.
I'm James, brother of John. We began following Jesus about 3 years ago when he called us one day while we were mending our nets with our father Zebedee over on the Sea of Galilee. We had heard of Jesus, and we were honored when he asked us to be among his disciples.
I'm Andrew, the brother of Simon Peter. I'm the man who first brought his very own brother to the Lord.
All of the others came from Galilee. My home is in the village of Kerioth, in the land of Judea. Hence I am known as Judas of Kerioth, or Judas Iscariot. Now some say I have appropriated these funds for my own use, and that Jesus' words about greed and the love of money were personally directed at me. And if I have 30 pieces of silver on my person, that's my affair. I believe in Jesus, but someone has to force the issue, make him assert himself as God's Messiah. He refuses to make a move. But I have my reasons. My soul isn't as black as some say it is, nor is your soul as white. And what would you do if you were in my place and wanted him to do something dramatic and startling to usher in his kingdom? What would you do?
Though we're called to minister and do miracles in his name, remember when you're sent by him, the reason that he came. I've come to serve you. I've come to serve you. And if you know
worthy. I wonder, will I be the one to betray the Lord before the rooster crows? And if I am, what will he do? Will he deny me? Will he disown me? Will he close the doors to his great kingdom? I say, if I knew who the scoundrel was who was going to betray the Lord tonight, I'd take this knife I hold in my hand and pierce his heart with it. But it might be my own heart that I have to pierce. So I keep wondering and asking, Lord, is it I? Is it I?
Lord, is it I? The bread is broken and the wine is poured, and once more grim Golgotha hill is high. By whom is Christ again denied, betrayed, or should we all cry out, Lord, is it I? A traitor kisses him upon the cheek. A fisherman unsheaths his sword nearby. Did this take place 2,000 years ago? Or should we all cry out, Lord, is it I? A crown of thorns is pressed upon his brow, and bearing his own cross he goes to die. Whose is the guilt, the everlasting shame? Or should we all cry out, Lord, is it I?